How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and today we're going to be talking about AMC and GME. AMC ended up having a very strong day inside the market, being up almost 10%. So that's exactly what we want to see. But what we're going to be doing in the technical analysis, we're going to be taking a look at some possible support levels just in case it pulls back, and also taking a look at some resistance levels in regards to what we want to see in regards to moves to the upside. We're also going to be going over GME. GME released some news today in regards of doing an offering, and that definitely had an impact on the overall stock price and what we saw today. But we're going to be covering that in a technical analysis, and then we're also going to be going over the details of the offering that GME actually brought up. And then after all that is done, I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts. You already know timestamps are also down below inside the description, so let's get into it. All right, we're going to be doing a technical analysis for AMC, which ended up having a very strong day inside the market. So if we take a look at the overall performance, ended up closing the day at $10.62, being up 13.46% on the day. If we take a look at the fluctuations, we had a range of $9.72 on the low and ended up seeing a high of $11.25. So what you see right here in front of you is actually the 1 month 30-minute chart. So we're going to take a look at some of the price action and so forth. So right away, as we can see here, it's definitely holding up some support here right at this $10.50 level. Will this area continue? That's something that we're going to want to see for tomorrow, especially going on for the rest of this entire week. So we definitely want to see it bouncing off this $10.50 area in regards to support. If we take a look, we can see briefly in the past for a little bit, it was also an area of resistance. So just being aware and knowing this is one of the things that we need to understand, that hey, if we can consolidate and have area and have support above this area, then that's something that will show us and give us a bullish trend. As you can see, we're still below the 200-day, but we're doing a great job being above that 50-day EMA. So I like what I'm seeing. I actually really do like what I'm seeing from AMC. So what happens if it decides to pull back? I get that question quite a bit. So we end up getting a pullback on AMC. An area to look out for is right here at $10. As you can see right here, it has been shown to be a support area in the past. We can go all the way back, and like I said, we're taking a look at the 1 month chart. So we can see from March the 9th, this was an area of support. Area of support through March the 10th, area of support right here on March the 11th. We seen it was also an area of support on the 24th. We see it was an area of support on the 26th of March. See it was an area of support on the 30th of March, and it seems like for the beginning of April, it's being an area of support. So $10 is definitely an area I want to see being respected. If this $10 area ends up breaking, the next area of support to keep an eye on and to look out for is around $9.50. It pulled back to $9.72, so that was actually great to see, and it rebounded fairly quickly. And also, if we take a look at this area, this is an area of support. Let's see if that ends up holding up, because if it's bouncing off this $9.70 area, that's actually really good because it's not too far off from the $10 support area that we see over here. So you already know there ends up being a pullback. Those are the particular areas you want to look up for. And in regards to upside movement, I definitely want to see AMC going back to reclaiming that $11 area. We can see right away from this chart that $11 is definitely a clear area of resistance. So when we do and are able to get past this, that's where we end up seeing some strong moves. Part of the reasons why you saw it get all the way up to here around this 1125 area. And if we're able to get past this 1125, the next area I'll be looking forward to is seeing 1150. Once we're able to break that 1150, you can see right up here, the next area that we'll be testing and looking to actually get past will be right here at 1180. All right, we're going to be doing a technical analysis for GME. So we're going to take a look at the overall performance on the day. So overall performance ended up finishing at $186.95, being down 2.35%. If we take a look at what the fluctuations were for the day, we ended up seeing a low of $164.81, and we ended up seeing a high of $195. So right away, what we have right here in front of us is actually the 1 month 30-minute chart. So one thing that we could see right away, and we've talked about this on the channel already, that GME is doing a great job respecting support levels. So we see there's some strong support here at $180, and that's what we want to see. We also love seeing GME when it's above 200, and that's usually an area where I like to trade it. So if we take a look, it ended up having a sharp decline on the day where it ended up hitting that low of $164. But also to keep aware of, there is also an announcement in regards to an offering. So this ended up being an overreaction, but as you can see, it ended up recovering very quickly. Another thing about this area, we've seen that this has been an area of actual support. Even if we go further back, even all the way over here on the 25th of March, this was an area we have bounced off of. We could also see this over here on the 26th. This was an area that we bounced off of. So, and we could also go all the way back over here in the beginning of March. This was an area we bounced off as well. So we definitely see that we have some strong support here right at this $165 level that's holding up very well whenever GME decides to pull back. So let's say if we end up getting another pullback for GME, a particular area, if this 165 area ends up breaking, I would definitely be keeping an eye on 160, and also if it pulls back even further than that, right here at $138. That is correct. But is it going to be pulling back to that particular price area sometime this week? I am not seeing it as of yet, but when there's more news in regards to the more details of what the offering is going to be about, prices and so forth, then we definitely want to keep an eye on that particular area because there might be some potential there in regards to a swing. But from what we're seeing right now, GME is definitely doing a great job holding down that 180 area, and I want to see it being able to hold down 180 till the end of after hours and also holding it up for tomorrow. If it's able to hold down this 180 area and stay above it, then we can definitely look forward to seeing that move to 200. We definitely clearly see right here, we have a resistance level here at $195, as you can see right here. So once we get past this $195 resistance area, we can make that move straight into the 200s. And then once we get into the 200s, if we make that move past $217, as you can see right here, so 217, 218, once we get past that area, we can look forward to seeing a strong move getting into the 220s and getting into that 240 area. Is that going to be happening this week? That would be great to see, but hey, I'm going to be keeping my eye on it because like I said, I love trading GME when it is above $200. We're going to be taking a look at the news that came out for GME today. So GME announces a 3.5 million share at the market equity offering program. So GameStop today announced that it has filed a prospectus supplement within the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission under which it may offer and sell up to a maximum of 3.5 million shares of its common stock from time to time through an at-the-market equity offering program. The company intends to use the net proceeds from any sales of its common stock under the at-the-market money offering to further accelerate its transformation as well as general corporate purposes and further strengthening its balance sheet. The timing and amount of sales will be determined by a variety of factors considered by the company. Common stock will be offered through Jefferies LLC, which is serving as a sales agent. Jefferies may sell common stock by any lawful method deemed to be an at-the-market offering defined by Rule 415A4 of the Securities Act of 1933, as amended, including without limitation, sales on any existing trading market. Sales may be made at market prices prevailing at the time of a sale or at prices related to prevailing market prices. As a result, sales prices may vary. So for my final thoughts for GME, this is something that I'm not surprised about. We knew the offering was going to come. We knew that they want to be able to get some cash so they can put it into their growth plans. Like I said, the goal for GME is to be a big time online video game retailer being compared to the likes of Amazon in that particular space. So being aware and knowing this, you knew this was inevitable and you knew it was going to come. But one of the things that I love seeing, we're still seeing some strong price action. It is still respecting those support levels. And as many of you know, I love trading GME, especially in that $200 area. So if it ends up getting into that area, you already know I'm going to be taking advantage of those opportunities. Also as well, I'm still holding my shares because I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how far GME can go and what their plans are. We already know that they've been shuffling up things in regards to management, in regards to their vision as well. So that's part of the reasons why I still remain bullish, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in the future. But also, of course, like I covered in the technical analysis, we have to be aware of those possible areas where it can pull back. And by knowing what those areas are, we can set up some risk management tools. The other thing is AMC. AMC, I like what I'm seeing, has some strong price action. And you know what? Definitely looking good. But we also do know when we have to address the elephant in the room here that they're thinking about doing an offering as well. But of course, that's going to be coming down to a vote. So we definitely got to keep an eye on how things are going. I'm going to continue to keep you guys updated. But in overall general, as far as how they performed on the day, you know what? There's nothing to complain about at all, and it still looks fairly decent, and I will continue to keep my eye on it and give you guys the updates. And I also got to put in the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. So just know when you do invest, you're doing it at your own risk. We'll talk soon.